This one features the Bulls' superstar tight end. He rises when it matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Bulls and the Caps, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one between the Brooklyn Bulls taking on the Caps of London. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They returned home after playing in London last week, but it was a good trip as they came home a winner.
And that's a long flight when you lose, but it's not half as bad when you come home with a victory and full of shepherd's pie.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine for the postseason, winners of 8 of their last 10.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here in London. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Jackson on second down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
At the 30-yard line.
Short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that'll be good enough for the first. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a handoff up the middle. Fly. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Jackson. Working the middle of the field. He's got man complete. They'll be taken down before they work it across midfield. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson will throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. Oh, that's just not fair. Not with the line. In the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and they'll wind up the 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And as these guys enter play in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First down, Brooklyn.
Up the middle they go. Fly. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2nd down. Here's Richardson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and long for Richardson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Fair catch call for him made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson now. Throw caught by Flowers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good. First down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, this crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is a right call.
First down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Richardson now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
They've given some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
That's taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Again, it's Richardson. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Richardson looking to throw this. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Falling there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 points isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Richardson working from the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Fisher. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Richardson looking to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. Now it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
And He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They run the counter. Fly. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2 yards on the play. And the Brooklyn first down.
And Richardson back to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Fisher. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Richardson to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Rowe. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Richardson. Looking for Elliott, and he's got the catch on the crossing road. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt dead, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Ayers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
What were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott.
To number 88.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Richardson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and
back to the air with Richardson. His throw incomplete.
The second and long time interceptions, and you understand why. The plays game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break up the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
London about set to take over on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to have to take a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try to get to the ball even faster.
1st down now with that clock rolling. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble and gets him a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kill before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
As soon as he leaped down, began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
One final go for this offense here in this 1st half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have the control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Richardson on third and short. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. On first down, Fry. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Richardson. Get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
And they'll run again. And this time he's in for the touchdown. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 17-3. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jackson. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up the first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Interference. Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Jackson now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this is the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Elliott. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. A throw here right sideline and falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. London about set to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down now, Ayers. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ayers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Flowers, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Ayers. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
19-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
To number 80. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Leads to second and goal.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down. This defense continues to be good on third down. They haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Richardson now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fisher. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They run the counter. Fry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And it's 3rd down.
On third down, Fry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 67 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Quick slant, he's got Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Richardson off the play fake. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fisher. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now they work on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Fisher. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Bulls are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw again is Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move them.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
35-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Glover. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Caps are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They run the counter. Fry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A big kick that time, 52 yards. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 2 touchdowns, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Here's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he will slide down with a good gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Brooklyn, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year. So for our entire crew,